Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. I'm moving into the camera frame here. Here we go. Yay! I can do that from my watch, but I don't know why I didn't. Anywho, it is the 13th of May, 2022. And I'm gonna tell you, I figured out what messed me up last week. Not that I couldn't just be messed up in my brain. Please don't misunderstand that, because I can. But I got the calendar, it says 2023. And it has the December, and I tried the camera angle, so we'll see if we like this better. Oh, Patty's decided now she's gonna get down. I put her 2 blankets up here, and then she was laying on the table runner, but we'll see what she does. But it is 2023, right? But it starts with a, I found it in here, December stitch. So it jumped my brain forward, I think. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I've done the wrong thing on everything. So that is our elephant in the room today. So this one did have the wrong year on it. It had 2020. So I went back, and this is my Spookhouse Selfies from JABCO. And it's the one that has these adorable little buttons here. And I'm supposed to be alone today, so hopefully we'll see if these get done today or not. It has been another full week around here, but I went back and corrected. I had a 0 down here, over here, and I went and changed it to a 22. I had 2020 for some reason. I don't know why, but for some reason I had stitched 2020 on there. Y'all, all I know is when you put your stuff up, fold it to the inside. We talk about that a lot. Brenda and Laura talk about that a lot, but it will make sure your stitches don't get caught on anything. So I did correct that one, and I did not have to fix my Bent Creek flag of stars. It was right. So I have left it alone and didn't change it. So it still says, it still has the needle in it. What the heck? Oh, I wasn't using a book with this one. So it still has 20, we found where I put it. Right there. 2022 on it. It is the most adorable thing though, y'all. If y'all want a patriotic stitch that's fast and you don't like a tiny fabric, this is on 18 count linen. It comes in a kit. You use these pearl cottons that come with it. It is so cute. And I just so love stitching it. So thank you all last week for trying to save me, because Teresa called me and said, hey, or texted me and said, hey, just so as you know, because I did not know. And I don't know, I feel like it's really hot in here today, so we may have to put this hair up. I did get a little bit of stitching done. I've had somebody here with me, or I've had to go somewhere every day this week. So it has been a busy week. So I didn't get as much time devoted to stitching. And of course, in the summer, we don't, we play outside. We've been in the pool every day. Lily came with Aria one afternoon. Poor Jen, Lily's mom, I had to have her puppy dog, 18 years, put to sleep. So she set it up with the vet. I don't know if y'all can all do that everywhere, but around here we do have some mobile vets and stuff, and they'll come, I'm messing with, poor Patty was laying on there, to your house. And so she made the appointment, and Micah picked up Lily, and so Lily came and played over here so that Jen could have time to, you know, let the vet get there and do his thing, and then they could bury the puppy, and then they ate with Micah and Justin that night and got Lily back and went on back to the house. So I I guess it was as good as it could be. As good as something like that can be, I guess is how you should word that, because it's never easy, it's never nice, but it had just got to the point that it had to be done. So so Lily was here, and she's so funny because she said, Kimmy said, when we're at your house that we can do whatever we want. And I said, well, that's pretty much true. And Aria says, well, you know, you can't go crazy, but you can do pretty much anything. So I'm like, it is pretty much true. She said, we can eat ice cream if we want to. And I said, absolutely. So, I mean, it's after school, they're hungry. It's not like it's dinner time. So I'm like, of course. So they had fun in the pool, but the wind was blowing so hard. The wind has been blowing like crazy here. And of course it's a La Nina year, so you know, we're gonna have more wind than we don't some years. But I swear our weather, since we had the freeze, the weather's never right here. It's never been quite the same. So, but it is 2022. Thank you all who tried to save me, because I was on the absolute struggle bus in an insane level. But yes, Teresa sent me a message and said, hey. And, but Patricia, yes, it was the calendar, I think, that that did it. And then Lumi and Pick, I am so sorry. She had a recent concussion, and it really scared her because she thought she had really lost some time. So I am so sorry that my insanity ran over onto your day-to-day and stressed you out. But, you know, I'm gonna try to get this bench like I like it, but I don't know. Like I said, I feel like y'all are so far away. But seriously, it couldn't be maybe 8 inches further away. I don't know if that's nuts, but I feel like I'm going, hey, like y'all are way over there. So we'll have to see about this some, but maybe if it was up higher. Anyway, we're still playing with this. We'll get there. Now I'm going to show, we're going to go look at my whips. I didn't have a lot of whips this week. I say that, but I didn't. I really didn't. Let's see here. I can, it may be too big to even be on here, but we're just going to stick him on here anyway. This is Button. I got nearly all of my little birds finished. So this is Button by Brenda Gervais. I don't know if I have to lean up like this or not, y'all, but I really feel like it's weird. And then this is, so I just have that little space on its tail to fill in. I'm not sure why I stopped and didn't finish that little bit. I must have been going to bed, I guess. But I'm loving this. It is beautiful. It's on 32 count. Something. I think it's on 32 count natural linen. And I've left the threads that go with it in another bag or laying over there by my chair because they aren't in here like they should be. So, Button by Brenda Gervais. So she got got some more work done because I hadn't done any of the tail, I don't think. So the tail piece got done on that one. And then my Jane Bell is nearly finished. She is nearly ready to go on home to, she'll go live with Charles. And I did make some changes. Yes, both the threads for those are in here, so. I'm gonna close my scissors. Okay, before we mess up any further, y'all, we're gonna put these where they go. And Button is on 32 count natural linen. And she is, the birds are blue suede shoes. A Wicked Stepmother blue suede shoes, and I love them. This one is just about all Wicked Stepmother colors. I haven't used them all yet, I don't think. But the green onion and the woolly swamp are those pretty light greens. They're so pretty. And my onions are coming up. I'm so excited about that. Out there, my corn is up. We had that high wind. One day, it was like, it came up and they call it anvil something, but anvil some kind of winds. But it was literally like all of a sudden, it was like 70 miles an hour. And so it smashed down some of my corn, but it's still alive. It's just kind of knocked down. So that made me a little sad, but it's okay. This is, well, I have to turn her over because you'll be able to see her that way. This is my Jane Bell sampler from Just Stitching Along. Like I said, I feel like you guys are miles away from me. I love it. I was gonna stitch it just like it is and give it to Jana in honor of Grandma Vic, because these, you know, made me think her irises always be in her yard. Granny Vic had so many irises, beautiful irises. But I decided to, Charles made such a generous donation to the Ukraine Relief Fund that I decided to change it up and send it to him. And I was stitching on it the other night and just stopped, so you can be able to see where my needle is still in here. It was bedtime. There's my little Clippy. I did change her up, so I decided to go ahead and add in some sunflowers and add in the Ukrainian flag. So I changed to put a sunflower here. I put the Ukrainian flags here. I changed these two to sunflowers, and then they'll have, you can see it on this side over here, little sunflowers and leaves out beside them. And then I think I'll put the crowns, 2 crowns here. So I just have to finish my border across the bottom. It has some little mushroom, little tree mushroom things looking in here. And I have another heart and then this center emblem here. And she'll be all done. But I decided I had to add some sunflowers in there. But it is so pretty. You can hear Patty's litter box going off, y'all. I love it. I've had such fun stitching on it. It's also on 32 count natural linen. It is with just some DMCs, some of my wicked stepmothers. Hope Frank and Rhonda are still enjoying their vacation. And I think I've got, did I use old blue jeans? I've got old blue jeans and old money in here. And I think I used old money, but not old blue jeans. But you can see I went and grabbed a brown and a yellow for the sunflowers. And then this blue is $37.50, which I knew I should have, and I looked for it where, and couldn't figure out where it was the other day, and I grabbed it and put it in here. So this is the colors of the Ukrainian flag, and then the centers of sunflowers are what I added in just off the cuff. But it has been a joy to work on. You could easily, if you're looking for a piece to make for a family member, you could easily, because this has the little birds. So if you don't like over one stitching, it has the little birds and the crown in the center, right? But if you don't like over one stitching, you could just put more flowers in there instead of the little birds. And you can change the name up and put any name you want in there. If you wanted to do your mom and then put like all the kids' initials, you know, you have, there's open space here to put those in. And you remember I switched these up. And so then I put my sunflower here. So I've got it all worked around and backwards and sideways and like always, like me. But it's nearly done, so it'll be a finish this week because I have had so much fun with it, and I will probably stitch it. I'll probably stitch it again for Jana, for Granny Vic, because she loved her some Granny Vic. That was her, basically her only grandma. James's other granny, she was agoraphobic and stuff, and so she didn't see them very often. They went up once, twice a year, and then, you know, she didn't ever get out or anything. And I'm saying that she was never diagnosed as being agoraphobic. But if your husband's a preacher and you don't leave the house, and it ain't because he don't want you to, which most preachers, I mean, you know, preachers' wives, they go out and go take food and all this, but she didn't. She stayed in the house and did hardly go nowhere ever. So he went to the store and did all the things. So I've always assumed she was agoraphobic. But that is Jane Bell by Just Stitching Along. I've been having such fun with her. Then I did a very few stitches on my, okay, we were finishing up Uhtred this week. And The Last Kingdom, if y'all haven't watched that, it's really good. If you don't like, it's got a lot of killing though. If killing bothers you, don't watch it. Let me see here, I'll find the picture of this one. This is Language of Liberty by Hands On Design. And I have the cover page right here. That's the other thing now I gotta realize with the camera flop down, I have to be careful about not showing the pattern. But this is what it'll look like finished. It was a sweet gift, and I am on the last design. So I'm hoping to finish it up this week or next week and have it ready to display all summer because it is the cutest dang thing. So this is the very last one that I'm stitching on here. So I just started up this side. I think I finished the start and started up this side. But this is the one with the angel in the middle. It is the French one. So I finished the two on the outside. I've got Liberty and Liberté finished. And no, I've got Liberty and Libertad finished. And I only have Liberté to finish, so. But it is the cutest thing. And I can't wait if I went and show it, display it. I don't think it'll be bad because this fabric, this is a linen, so it's not going to be stretchy. I've told y'all that's what freaks me out when I'm finishing something. If it's stretchy, that's the thing for me with the Monaco and the Lugana. It has just a little bit of stretch in it, and it makes it harder for me to finish it. I'm sure it's because of my limited skills. I'm sure if you really knew what you were doing, you could just rush right through. I, however, am not that person at all. So I think those are all my whips this week. And now I do have a finish. I finally got Easter House Trio finished. Easter House Trio by Waxing Moon. It is so cute. Y'all know I love these because I did my summer ones here. So, and this is the one that our Ann finished into a drum for me. She did a beautiful job. She said she might take on a few, and I know Penny and Dottie had asked. So if y'all want to email me, I'll give you her email address. But she said it would be pricey because this is a booger. So just know it will not be inexpensive, and I can imagine because the one drum I finished was a whooping, and it was shorter than this, and it was still a whooping. So, and of course it's not near this, ain't nothing like this at all. This is beautiful. I don't know how she does everything so perfect. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Vonna finishes, Faye Rigsby finishes, I don't know who else, but Ann said, you know, that y'all email me and I'll give you her email address, and she said she would consider taking, you know, doing a few, but it is so beautiful. And so this one will be done the same, a little drum, and here we go. Da-da-da-da. So I decided to put 4/17/22 over here and put I'm 53 today and Easter. And I love how it turned out. I don't know if you can see the little butterfly trails. So it is adorable. I don't think I've missed anything. Y'all eyeball it real good and let me know if I missed something. But it is on, here again, this is the best thing ever, y'all. I'm telling you, these little tags, these little car tags is what I call them. It's on 32 count Dirty Belfast, and I did a 9 by 15.5 inches, so it'll have a 2-inch border. And so there's part of it flat behind there, so there you go. I am in love with this thing. It is so springy and cheery, and the little houses are so cute. I told you I changed up the white house. I changed to a pink house because we have a pink house, a pink gingerbread house in Waxahachie that one of the doctors I used to work for lived in, and it is beautiful. So I changed it to the pink house. So I have a pink, a purple, and a blue. So we have Aria and Kimi and Catch all have a house here on this. But I love stitching it. This purple is DMC 333, the border, and I love that color. But I had a lot of fun with this. It was pretty quick stitch. Let's see, and I just worked on it every week for a while. Let's see when I started it. Not there. I know it was sometime. I started Easter House Trio on 11th of February. So I've worked on it from the 11th of February to the 20th of May. So I've got about a 3-month span there. And so you can basically say I just, did one house a month. So if you wanted to do one for every season, you could spend a year not rushing and still having other projects and have plenty of time to get it finished to enjoy it for the next year. I do like seasonal stitching. I like to stitch in the season, so I try to have some things going ahead and then have some things for that season that'll just be FFO'd for the next year. There's not a lot of pressure that way, and this is for fun. I don't like having a lot of pressure. So I just think these are adorable. I can't wait to start my Patriotic Barn Trio, which I do have everything pulled for it. We'll start it on Memorial Day. But the Memorial Day weekend starts on, I mean, you can start on it whenever, but I'm gonna do mine in honor of Memorial Day. And get it ready then. And it is so cute. I'll show you what I've got pulled for it. Throw this back in here. So, Miss Ann, I'll be getting this in the mail to you this week when I go mail out charts and thank you notes and all that. Ariel has school on Tuesday, and then she's out, and Kimi is out on, they're out on Friday, but they will probably sneak out a day early and go for Kimi a day early. They only have half or part of a day, whatever you call it, on Friday. And then Saturday are Justin's parents' anniversary. And so I think they're gonna try to go down and see them before they leave on a trip for their anniversary. Knocking things off of the floor. Now this is what I've got pulled. Okay, put that over there so it doesn't show. I cut the fabric this week. Ari was here with me, and we had all the fun. So this is the Patriotic Barn Trio. It's the one I pulled to start for the Waxing Moon Sal. Like I said, we'll start it next week and next weekend, so we'll talk about it all on next Friday. You can go ahead and start, of course, if you want to, but I stinking love these. So anybody that wants to jump on board, come on, and we'll just divide it up and go. And you can go fast or slow, it doesn't matter. I've got a piece of a 9x15.5, 32 count vintage country mocha. It's from Fabric and Floss. No, Floss and Fabric. Jillian, why can't I say that in the right order? I do not know. She's Floss and Fabric on Etsy. And it is a beautiful piece of fabric. I'm so excited. And so then I pulled, this is what I do. I've got my DMCs, and then I've started pulling others too. So if you have most of your DMCs, you can pull them and these all the right away. These are the DMCs that it's calling for here. And so then so I have these here. And then you can take and pull some of your variegated flosses for some of the bigger spaces. So like the red barn here, I will probably use my barn door in place of, I believe it is 319 is the red barn. And then the gray barn, I will probably use my old gray mare by Wicked Stepmother. And then the whitish barn, I think I will use, I think I've got it pulled somewhere here, Love Letters. My Love Letters in the Sand from a Wicked Stepmother for my barns. And so they'll have variegation. Those are the big patches. And then I pulled some of my greens. I've got a Weeks Dye Works. I've got a Wicked Stepmother. So I've got a couple of greens pulled to see what colors I want for the greens, because those are the other big patches. I have decided, because I love this color so much, that I'm going to use the 3750. The DMC 3750 will be the border all the way around. On this one, the border was maybe Old Blue Jeans. I could go look, but it's okay. We'll talk about it next week. But I think that may be Old Blue Jeans. Maybe. But I stinking loved this stitch. I loved how it turned out. I loved that it was all pushed together into a little town. And that's what I love about this one. It'll be another, just a little town going around, and it is just so sweet. But that's normally what I do. I pull all the DMCs that I have that match it, and then on the big places that I want a lot of variegation or a lot of change, I'll use those, especially those, because I don't have full, I don't have, of course, all the other flosses and things. So I do have most of the DMCs, and so I can go from there and just then look at what I have and decide if I want to change up some of the colors on one or the other, like that. So that'll give you kind of some idea, but that is a beautiful color palette. Even if you did all DMCs, that is so pretty. I can't wait to get started on it next week. So that will be my start for Memorial Day. And this week I'll have a finish on Jane Bell and Language of Liberty. I think I should be able to finish both of those this week. So that's nice. So that'll be fun. And then I've got those to go there. So this guy's, he's set up and ready to go. What else? Happy Meal. I got Happy Meal this week. Move these two guys. They need to go here in the stacky middle. They're finished because I need to, hopefully FFOs be flagged this afternoon. This is from Patricia. And Patricia, I think, is my closest stitching friend because she lives in Ennis, which is not far from me. Or not far, you know, for us. Probably 20, 25 minutes to get to her because I can just jump on the highway out there and get to her in 20 or 25 minutes. So she lives in Ennis, and she sent some things for shares and for stitching, whatever she said, but they are so cute. I have never done one of these, and I have thought about trying one of these forever, so I may get brave and try one. This is Mill Hill Celebrating Santas. It says it's Merry Christmas Santa. So cute. I've never worked on perforated paper, and I don't know if I would bust through it or not. This is Mill Hill's Herb Garden. It reminds me of my sister's house. She in the yoga studio, she has lots of plants. And then she has kind of an Arabic tile. This is more of a Spanish looking tile, but it's beautiful. This is some little Christmas cards. So cute. I love these. And so then you just stitch up the little design, and it has the floss in here and everything, and then you're just ready to go. So it came probably out of, border cross stitching, yeah. So it is adorable. It has little birds and a present and a cupcake. So, so cute. And then this one is by Bobby G, and it is beautiful. And boy, they beat up my packaging the way, so it messed up the corner of it a little bit, but it's okay. But it's the sweetest little fall house, and it's called Old Crow's Gathering. And it is precious. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's a Bobby G Designs, and it is so cute with the little crows out there, because that's how it is around here. We have lots of crows because of the corn and everything. And Keely's cutting oats this morning. He said he looked like the oats were gonna make pretty good. So thank you, Patricia, for these. And we will, you know what, let's go ahead and just throw one of those in there. We'll share one of those today too, because I've got several things pulled to share today. And then, thought I had one more thing over here, maybe I don't. Y'all are always so sweet about my hair. And there it is, a second inside there. Frankie, she sent me Summertime Blues, and she and Rhonda are resting this week, so for a couple of weeks, so please be resting and not be working, which I know you are. And then Charles sent me this. Our Too Much Charles sent me this little witch, and he said he had got her on some of his travels a while back, but he said she made her think of me because of my hair. And she is so sweet, and she is so beautiful with her hair. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and y'all are always so nice about my hair, and this week I really needed it because some weeks this gets so much worse than other weeks, and I'm not sure what actually does it. But I'm gonna put it in here to get off the air, so I'm sure. So I've had it in here like this, so Patty doesn't knock it over. But my hair is way more gray than my mama's. And she is 80, she'll be 83 on her birthday, is that right? Yes, 82 on her birthday, 82 on her birthday. Anyway, my hair is way more gray than hers, and it's 10 times more gray than my daddy's. I'm not kidding. It's like very strange. Now, my granny had very gray hair, and my two mommy had very white hair. And supposedly two mommy's hair was white by the time she was 30, but she had kind of a rough existence. She was a premature baby and very tiny and sickly always. And so she was not, and we know now she probably had an autoimmune disorder. And because by the time Big Daddy died, her husband died before I was born, but she was still alive when I was a kid. And he like brushed her hair and put her earrings in and everything. I mean, she was just very weak and fatigued. And so now, of course, we realize she probably, I won the autoimmune lotto because my grandpa's mama had rheumatoid arthritis, and then we realized she must have had some sort of autoimmune disorder, probably lupus or something like me. And so she was just she's so small and sickly. By the time, of course, I was a kid, she was old, but her hair was white as a sheet of paper, but supposedly it had been always. And so I had to take Mama to get her hair cut this week. And she needed a trim and everything. But it's so funny because most of the time I'll just be loving Mom, like, you know what, I really like this. If I saw this color on somebody else, I would love it. But then when I take my mama to get her hair cut and her hair is darker than mine, it does some weird thing in my brain that makes me, I guess, nervous, or I don't know what to call it, but it does, I guess it worries my brain. And so, thank you for being nice about my hair this week. Thank you for the little witch, Charles, and thank y'all for all saying nice things about my hair, because I really needed it this week, because I thought, you know what, you just need to cut that mess off so that nobody, maybe they won't notice that it's so gray, because your hair is so much grayer than your mom's and your dad's, because I've been, going to his doctor's appointments with him and Annie, and so here we're at the doctor appointment, and my dad's in there and Annie's in there. Now, Annie still colors hers, but my sister still colors hers. But Daddy and of even the doctor, I'm the person with the greatest hair in the room. I'm like, holy smoke. So, thank you for being nice, y'all. And thank you. Sometimes when you want to say something to somebody, say it, because you don't know. None of y'all could have possibly known that this week I would take my mama to get a haircut. Because y'all sent these before I even took her to get a haircut. And that I would be second guessing my hair. So thank you for that, and thank you for being kind, because I needed it this week. And Kathy says she is going to get Peter, or she's going to build one to build her a toolbox. If you want the measurements, I've got them written down, but I can remeasure it. Mama Loves You GB wanted the measurements on it, and she had one. She had somebody there in Wales make her one. So, and y'all's will be so beautiful, because everything. Kathy is Carolina Cross Stitcher, and they have, which it's over there by my chair. I thought I was going to grab it and I forgot. The little scissor holder. They make beautiful bowls and ort holders, and very reasonable and very beautiful. And Peter recently retired, and they retired, and this is something he's got into, his lathe and his wood turning, and he is cranking out some beautiful things. I mean, beautiful. So I can't wait to see what yours looks like, Kathy. And Susan, thank you for saying that about the Kewpies. I did not know that they were even U.S. made things. So she said yes, in her hometown where she lived for 40 years in Columbia, they were from there, and were so cute. My granny always loved them. They were her favorite. And Sarah, yes, you are welcome in the commune. When James Williams dies and I turn this place into a commune, hopefully by then we'll be living in the red barn. That's my plan. This is the temporary house. And y'all laugh, but I tell y'all I need 50 acres, and I'm the dead center in the 50 acres, and that's gonna be me. So the red barn it'll be a clip to get out there, but I already have a friend who says he'll come help take care of the animals. So he's already called that job, but I'm sure he'll need helpers. So yes, it will just be a commune of happy, kind people with lots of animals and flowers, and yeah, it will be a great place. So you are more than welcome. Oh, Sue, yes, please take care of you, one, but yes, beware of the men who come bearing casseroles. And your friend is right. Sue recently lost her husband, and they have a place, and it has, barn with houses on it and everything. And he said, the minute his wife passed, women started showing up with casseroles, and he told her beware, because now the men are going to be showing up with yours, and I'm sure they will. So beware the men with casseroles, because, well, I've seen it happen. Let's just leave it at that. I've seen it happen, and it didn't go down the way I wanted it to. I had somebody in mind for one of my family members, and somebody else jumped ship, and I should say stormed the gates, and started carrying casseroles over there before this other family member was even gone. And boy, she didn't skip a beat. So beware the men bearing casseroles, and holler if there's anything I can do. Mike and Justin just brought some property in the Panhandle part there of Florida, and then of course I have my Arkansas relatives, but I'm sure you have plenty of families and friends. But holler if you need anything, and I'll try to see. We'll try to get something worked out, because I'm worried about you. It's a big adjustment. It's a big adjustment. So yeah, beware the men bearing casseroles. And Rose, she said she picked up Christmas Street, which I'm gonna go look it up, Waxing Moon Christmas Street, because she was just so excited to be doing the sale. I think that's fine. I don't think it has to be one of the house trios. We're just gonna say it's the Waxing Moon house sale. There's houses and stuff on Christmas Street, so maybe we'll just call it the Waxing Moon Stitch Along. But yes, I think Christmas Street is fine, and I bet it is adorable. And Charles, I will send you the link. We were talking about Audrey. I hope you're still feeling better, and I'm still sending healing and calm your way. But she stitches the beautiful Alphonse Muches full coverage pieces, and I'll send you a link to some of her pictures that some of the pieces she's done, because they are amazing. amazing. It's just stunning. They're so beautiful. And Ernie, I am so sorry for the loss of your son and for your granddaughter, dealing with the loss of her dad. I just realized I said something down somewhere too. My brain. I can't imagine, this scare with my dad has me all. They called back and said the PET scan, the only place it picked up, they did a brain MRI and a PET scan, and the only place it picked up was this recent surgical place here where they've been working on, and then the spot in his, in this lung. So they will biopsy it on June 3rd, so we're going to be playing the waiting game till then, and they said they'd let them know if they had a cancellation, and they're going to go in there, and it's in a tricky spot, they said, because it's right, they're going to have to like skirt his aorta to get the biopsy. So that's a, scary concern. So they said they'd have a thoracic specialist surgeon, in there too and everything. So I can't imagine your loss and your granddaughters, because like I said, this scare with my dad just has us a wreck. So I'm sending all the love and sweet memories and calm y'all's way. Vicky, this is what I just remembered I did. I went in there and pulled it out, and I guess I set it down somewhere on the way in here. My little bunny, the Lottie Doll spring hair. These are Sulky Thread 4106, Sulky 4106, but I picked it up I don't know what I did with it. I picked it up in there. So, heaven help me, Vicky. I don't know what I set it down somewhere in between here and there. But yeah, I love the girls still love the rainbow letters. They'll come do the letters on their alphabet. And I love this guy. He still makes me very happy to look at. He is adorable. But he's Sulky 4106 is the thing there, is what his letters are. He was such an adorable Stitch. Oh, and Nancy, I did not know that cats will overeat dry food more than wet food, because she said they're always looking for hunks of meat because they're meat eaters. So I thank you for that, and I will we'll try that and see if she'll give us any peace. James Williams said something about it before, and I said, yes, but if she is as crazy about it as she is about her dry food, she'll have us up all the hours of the day and night trying to get us to give her some more wet food. I didn't realize that it would satiate her better than the dry food. We already have her on the little timed feeder that only, spits out so much food and all. But from time to time, she'll go in there, and I mean, there's always a little bit extra left, but sometimes she'll go in there when it goes off and just gobble it up. And I think it's when she's anxious. It seems she does it at night, and if it's windy or like the wind's blowing real hard, it seems to set her off. I've been trying to notice, and so I think it's when it's storming and the wind's blowing so hard, it makes her nervous or something somehow, and maybe that sets her off. So we will look at that. I put the blankets down, one on either end. I got her this one. She don't like it. She won't even lay on it. It's one of these that's supposed to help keep you warm. She don't like it. I don't know. It made me sad. I got it for a special. And then I just folded one up right here, and I've got it laying down, but of course she laid right here. I didn't even think about this piece of cloth as a table runner. But James Williams gets mad when he finds out I let her be up here. But if we eat, we usually eat at the bar and there and stuff. And so when everybody's been over, I clean the table anyway. So I'm like, but he just doesn't, I don't know, that doesn't work for him. So, but thank you for the idea of the foam core board. And I have one, and I intended to grab it, that Patty Penn made me. And she said Lori Holt has one on her Being a Bonnet blog where she makes the ones that like they're for quilting. And so you would take and put, this is just a piece of mat board, pretend like this is foam core. And you put a piece of that soft and natural batten on here, and then she shows you how to finish out the edge on it. And then you could, I wouldn't have to plant my stuff, I could just lay it on the board. So that is such a good idea. So I will be getting on that too, because that's a fabulous idea. And I watched that after Patty Pan sent me that one because it was so cute and I loved it, but I haven't done any yet. But yes, I will do that, and that is a great idea. It has to be easier than continually trying to pin things on things. Linda, I did find your first comment. I don't know why things post the way they do sometimes. It is very strange to me, but it was on there. So I did find your first comment. It was down below your second one, and it probably just was caught up in the, when it's listing things and posting things and seeing if it's okay to, because you know, they check it. Supposedly they try, and I guess they try, and some things do get through sometimes, but they, when you're first turning it on, to be sure it's okay for monetization, to be sure it's okay for nothing on there it shouldn't be. And so sometimes I wonder if when it's doing that, if it kind of holds things in a holding pattern or something. And oh, I didn't grab the book, but Sharon, I cannot believe you made those beautiful stockings on the covers of the magazines. Wow. Those, even when they came out, I thought those are the most stunning things I've ever seen. I can't believe you did it. And Vicki, look at Just Stitching Along. She has some great size samplers. She said she was wanting to do a sampler, but one that she wouldn't have to spend her whole life on. And so, let's see here. If I can pull this one out. This is the one I'm about to start on. And then I grabbed somebody here where? No. What did I do with her? She must be here. Let's see. I'm trying to be organized. It's not working. Or at least where I thought I grabbed the other one out. I must have set it down with a silky thread somewhere. Sarah Lockhart is another one. It is a little bit taller and skinnier, but she is beautiful by Just Stitching Along. It's Krista does them, and they are just stunning. So pretty. So I can't wait to get that one going. But last week's, let me pull out the folder. Y'all can see kind of my process here, as ridiculous as it is. And I broke my folder. I gotta go get another folder. So last week's shares, we're still doing pretty good, okay. All right, let's see who's on top here. Here we go. Okay. So let me get out of order again. Quaker Snowflake, Selma Hahn. Selma Hahn, if you'll email me your address. There we go. So cute. This is beautiful. It's a hello from Liz Matthews, and it is so gorgeous. There we go. Selma Hahn, send me your address. And some of y'all, I know y'all wonder, you have wanted something maybe for me in the past, but I don't, you might have moved, or I know some of y'all spend, you know, half the year one place and half the year the other place because you take your RVs and stuff. So I want to be sure I'm getting y'all going to the right place when that happens. Mad DTT1, you have Hands-On Designs winner, Chalk Talk. It is so adorable. I love this. I love mine. I love displaying mine. So Mad DDT, a Stony Creek Joy. This is, I'm going to say, I'm not sure if it's Michael or Michelle. M-I-C-H-E-L, Michael Mitchell. I'm sure I butchered it and I'm sorry, but it's M-I-C-H-E-L-E. So get me your address, and then we have Allison Karen, Single Life of the Amish. This is Twin Creeks. It is gorgeous. I would love to see this stitched up. I need to go search on Insta and see who has stitched this up, because I bet it is gorgeous. So Allison Karen, send me your address. Miss Mary Barker, Maxwell Studio 19. Maxwell Studio 19, be sure I have your address so I can get this to you. I love your little cherry emblem. I need to go look up and see what that goes to, but I love it. Katie Bowers is this rooster. I think it's just called Summertime, Sweet Summer by Cottage Gardens. This thing is so cute with that watermelon. Katie Bowers, be sure I have your address. And then, last but not least, Edith. Edith McClanahan is the April Crates by Stitching with Housewives. I don't know if I'm close enough. It is the cutest thing. Those little carrots are dang adorable. I'm serious, they're so cute. So, y'all get with me and get me your addresses. And then this week, we have our pen here. These go back in here. This is where these go. As you can see, I have a couple people I'm waiting to hear from before, but not many. I guess there's 3 in there. And, like I said, my poor broke folder. This week we will have Annie B's Folk Art, ouch, Pumpkin Patch. If you're interested in this year, use the word pumpkin. It is so cute. I love the black and white striped pumpkin. Then I'm going to do a couple of kids in here too, because I've got several of those and they're fine. They're all nice, but it's fine if they're international, it's fine. So don't think you can't enter just because it's international. This is Arabesco by Alessandro Adelante, which I'm sure I probably just butchered your name. And I hope I didn't. I don't know what to use because that's weird to spell. So let's use the word design. Just use the word design, because that is a weird spelling on the name of the pattern. So just use the word design if you're interested in this one. It is gorgeous. It looks like a mandala to me. When I look at it, that's what I think of. My sister would love it, but I can't stitch that for her without losing my mind. These are the cats. They're fall and winter cats. And use the word cat in your, so use the word cat, C-U-T. This is the coolest thing with the and it's got a little inset. So you see the little kitty cats is in the middle of each one, but then there is a part that is pulled closer on the outside. It is nifty. So I guess you stitch it and maybe put that on top of the other one. That is beautiful. Patriotic stitch, we've got this one by Sisters. It's called Oh Glory. So use the word flag. It is so cute. This is one of the vintage ones. I love the patterns these sisters do. It is so cute. So use the word flag if you're interested in this one. This is a marriage sampler by Heartwarming Samplers. One of y'all were talking about making one for your parents. So we're going to use the word sampler if you're interested in this one. It is beautiful. It's an older one, 1992, but it is gorgeous. I hope that's picking up how pretty that is. Now this one is a kit. This is Wisdom of the East. It is so pretty. And it has the Ada and the Floss in there. It's called Wisdom of the East, and it is beautiful. Wisdom of the East. So use the word East if you're interested in that one. And then this one is a Pooh Bear. And it has the fabric and the floss and the chart in here. And it says, so Piglet and Pooh walked hand in hand through the blustery day. I am such a big Pooh fan. I love Pooh Bear. It was my favorite as a kid. And use the word Pooh Bear, P-O-O-H, Pooh, like the little bear Pooh, right here. Use this word right here if you're interested in this one, like his name. He was my favorite cartoon as a kid when I was little, my favorite movie, Disney movie. Of course, back then you didn't get to see him very often, but those are our shares for this week. So holler if you won one from last week, and if you're interested in one from this week, use those correct words. And I'm gonna jump off here and try to get this uploaded and get my table cleaned off. And we're all sitting here laughing because since I made places for Patty to lay, you see she went and laid somewhere else. I don't know. We'll try a box next week and see what she does. So we'll see. Oh, and Caroline Paul, I will look and see how to turn on the captions. She said captions, please, and I'm not sure how to turn those on, but I will try to figure it out and get it done. Now beware, it probably will not understand half the things I say because none of our devices do. It makes me nuts. So, but it'll give you an idea, I guess. But I hope y'all have a great weekend and a happy Friday, and have a great afternoon, and enjoy your stitching. Bye, y'all.